Hello, everybody, and welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dog's YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you enough of time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru, is we give you out live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those free sports picks are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Plus. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show for tonight. All right, we got our man James Clark with us. Ninos is in the house. Brian Bitler from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Joe D'Amico. Chris Ruffolo will serve as co-host. Goran Kucar and Jovan Burts. This is how they're going to line up tonight. All right, we've got Ninos, D'Amico, Clark, Burts, Bitler, Ruffolo, Kucar, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, it's a football week. Got 4 preseason games and a full card here from Major League Baseball.
Yeah, truth be told, I've been thinking of one-liners for the New Orleans Saints this year. You know, it won't be a breeze making the playoffs. You know, the Saints are going marching out, getting smoked like a Winston. It's been an afternoon of one-liners just trying to think of material for the New Orleans Saints for this upcoming season. Yikes.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Chris, we're going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to give you a little break after that long-winded open. So we're going to welcome in here Al Ninos. You'll find him over here at Pig Dogs Premier. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good here. How are you?
Very good, very good. All right, here we go. 8 Eastern Time to kick it off. Twins to host the Brewers. Brewers road favorites $1.34, total 9.5.
Yeah, they're going with Eric Lauer here against Andrew Albers in Minnesota. The Brewers have had the much better season, and they're the much hotter team with a bit of a pitching advantage here. Lauer's having a pretty decent season and has a lot more experience at this level than Albers does. This will only be Albers' second start of the season. As I mentioned earlier, Milwaukee's been one of the hottest teams since the All-Star break, and they were having the much better season before that too. We've seen the Twins show some signs of life, but every time it looks like they're ready to start playing some ball and getting some wins together, they just start disappointing again not too far after that. So yeah, it's been a rough season for Minnesota. They're one of the most disappointing teams this year. There's been a lot of rain in the area tonight, but I think they should be able to get this game played. And while I do expect a lot of offense in this series, I'd be careful if you're trying to look at the over here with the wind blowing in a bit and the bad weather. But I'm not looking at the total tonight. I'm just looking at the Brewers on the money line thing here. I think we're getting a great price on the better team with the more experienced starter.
Yeah, wind blowing in on this one, 8 miles per hour, 24% chance of rain. But Al, as you were talking about here with the Twins, you know, when they had that little recovery, their bullpen was pitching well, but now it's just been a complete disaster. If you look at the Twins, the past 6 games, they've allowed 7 runs or greater. In 3 of those games, it's been double digits.
Yeah, well, the Twins are usually a team that relies more on their offense anyway. But yeah, if you're giving up those kind of numbers, it's hard to keep up with no matter how good your offense is. So yeah, and as I said, they've been one of the most disappointing teams too, no matter how good they are. If you don't produce, it's going to be a tough year.
Yeah, of course, yesterday in that Red Sox game, the backup catcher, I forgot his name, kind of a pudgy guy, he was up there pitching again. He always makes news when he's out there, when that backup catcher, he's been out there a lot. I mean, I think if there's any time there's been an everyday player that has pitched, I think he probably has a record, because I've seen him a lot this year in mop-up duty. All right, so Al here on the Brewers, minus 134 against the Twins. And this one has a start time here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be on in some areas on MLB Network. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs for tonight. Well, 15 games, primetime Major League Baseball. We got those 4 preseason games. You're showing good numbers here the past 7 days, 304 units of profit. What do you have going on over at the site?
Just my 3 best MLB bets of the night. Looking forward to the college football season starting and the NFL season right around the corner as well. So, but yeah, just MLB tonight still, and I think we got 3 great solid plays again tonight after a pretty good night last night.
Yeah, El Nino's coming off a nice night last night. Past 7 days, see the numbers here, 340 units of profit. Past 7 days, all documented. If you check out the Pig Dogs Premium, you find out that Al has a nice 3-pack going on over at Pig Dogs Premium. Get his top 3 plays from Major League Baseball, his best bets of the day. Of course, you can take those winnings and go long-term with Al because he has that 3, 7, and 30-day All Sports Pass. Get every play that Al releases for 30 days for that time period if you get that 30-day pass. And of course, that will include MLB. It will include NFL, at least the first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks here of college football. It's a good time to get on board with that third-day all-sports pass from Ninos. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
All right, always a pleasure. Have a good weekend, guys, and yeah, enjoy the return of football.
Absolutely, football is back here, college football. All right, the Ninos here on the Dreads. We got Chris back from his break. Let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time to head out to Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're going to welcome Joe D'Amico to the show. Joe, what's going on?
I'm very excited about this weekend, Tony, and just overall, baseball. We're about to go. We're very, very just around the corner from the playoffs. We're through our last weekend of NFL preseason. We have our first real taste of college football. Doesn't get any bigger or better than this. I'm proud to be here with you and Chris, the rest of the crew, and my bash brother, Brian Bitler, today to end out the week.
Absolutely. We do look forward to Brian's segment as yours, Joe, because you've been doing fantastic work here in the preseason NFL this year. I mean, when we look at your numbers, man, too bad it's ending this week. I wish we had 4 weeks. The way he's been tearing up 7-1 against the spread, and he gives us a preseason play here for the show. Chiefs to host the Vikings. KC laying 4.5. This is your game on NFL Network.
Exactly, Tony. Thank you. Sports fans, Kansas City has won and covered both outings this preseason. Patrick Mahomes. Chris, those Hooked on Phonics books, they still didn't get here. I'm holding you accountable for that. Patrick Mahomes still has made appearances in both outings this season. So has his very able backup quarterback core, sports fans. This squad has solid starters, as everyone knows, but they're also loaded at all key positions. I mean, this team's depth chart, it rivals an SEC team's depth chart. They've got guys vying for the second and third spots at key positions on the offense. Check it out. It's amazing. They've already burned defenses for over 501 yards passing, 207 yards rushing. The Chiefs are once again, as everybody knows, forecasted to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Very briefly, quick rundown. Very briefly, they ran through last year's regular season with only one true loss. You can't really count their Week 17 defeat at the hand of the Chargers when they had their postseason locked in and sat their starters, guys. But if you recall, real quick, they cut through the Browns and the Bills in the playoffs, then only to be humiliated by the Bucs in the Super Bowl. This is a team out to prove a point this upcoming season. Head coach Andy Reid, guys, he needs to continue to win every outing this August to instill back the confidence his club lost last February. Guys, the Vikings, 0-2 straight up and against the spread this month. Folks, they're not nearly as stacked as the Chiefs are. Head coach Mike Zimmer is no way going to jeopardize his only true quarterback or running back for more than he has to here. They're going to see limited action. I'm laying the 4 and 4.5 with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm going to take my bookmakers money. You follow me here, and you will too, guys.
All right, Joe D'Amico here on the Chiefs minus 4.5 against the Vikings. All right, Chris, this Vikings team has not looked good at all in preseason.
Yeah, by the way, I have Joe's Hooked on Fox books over here, ironically next to a Chain Link T-shirt, a Madonna coffee table book, and How to Fit into Skinny Jeans for Dummies. But I looked at this game, and I thought the same thing. The thing with Minnesota is that Mike Zimmer's staying quiet on how long or if any starters are going to be playing in this game. Guys like Alexander Madison, I believe Adam Thielen are not playing at all. While the Kansas City Chiefs have said, Andy Reid said, the starters are playing at least the first half. And that's more than enough for me with the way that Minnesota struggled in preseason. I like the Chiefs here as well by at least a touchdown.
All right, agreement here on the Chiefs minus 4.5 against the Vikings. This is your game at 8 Eastern time on NFL Network. All right, Joe, let's take a look over at Pig Dog Sprint. We're doing very good work here. Past 30 days, 851 units of profit. Number one at Pig Dog Sprint for the NFL preseason. 7-1 ATS on those documented premium plays. 15 games from Major League Baseball tonight, 4 from preseason NFL. What do you have going on over at the site?
Tony, thank you as always for all your support. You're amazing. Tonight, I have my NFL Friday Night Lights preseason game of the year right here at Pig Dogs. Guys, as a 13-time NCAA football, 12-time NFL top 10 camper, this season will be the best yet. I have discounted packages. NFL, college football, I have a combo discount. But, guys, it just doesn't stop on the gridiron. I have won six straight baseball premium plays, 8 of my last 11 overall. I have 2, not big, but huge plays on the Pick Dog board tonight. My best bet, which are 12-5 this month, and my home run play, which have won 3 straight. Both are posted for just $25. And just today, guys, just today, I want you to stay with me through the World Series just today for less than the price of a dinner, for a lap dance. Chris is coming to Vegas soon for a lap dance. Guys, for $149, I put up the rest of my baseball. Absolutely, through the Super Bowl, every winner I've got, $149, only at Pick Dogs. There's no place else you can get this at this price, only at Pick Dogs. And by the way, guys, with week 1 coming up, we got NFL regular season coming up in a week. We've got college football starting this week. These 2-for-1 packages that Pick Dogs makes available to you is amazing. Team me up with Brian. Brian Bitler, my best brother, the best college football capper last year anywhere on the planet. Team me up with Chris. Tony. Tony's humble. He's an amazing handicapper. You don't know it because he doesn't boast like I do, but I will tell you, his name is always on the leaderboards. Hook me up with Goran, Jovan. Hook me up with Jovan, man. I love that guy, and he's always on the leaderboards. Hook me up with one of these other guys. Get a 2-for-1 special. You dip your toe with 2 of us. I'm going to tell you, 2 of us will make a believer out of you right here at Pick Dogs.
Absolutely, guys. Get on board here with Joe D'Amico over at Pick Dogs. Premium. You see the numbers here. The past 30 days, 851 units of profits, all documented. Go to Pick Dogs Premium. Check out Joe's profile page. You can add up all the plays there. It adds up to 851 units past 30 days. He has his NFL preseason Friday nights preseason game of the year right now for the #1 capper document over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get on board with that. Of course, you can take those winnings, go long-term with Joe because he has his 3, 7, and 3rd-day all-sports pass. You get every play Joe releases for that period of time. If you're into football, he's got his football passes up there. He also combines his NFL and college football pass into a combo pass. But at the bottom of the page, scroll down there. That's the best value right there. Get every football play this football season from Joe D'Amico, playoffs and postseason and bowl games when you get that college football and NFL combo pass. All right, Joe, as always, great to have you on the show. Continue that success. I'm jealous, man. You're off to go see Guns N' Roses tonight.
Tony, there's a good chance. I know that you guys mute me when I talk on the show, but there's a good chance I'm not going to be able to talk or hear it all come Monday. I'm right in the front for Guns N' Roses. Looking forward to it. I want to thank you and Chris, Brian, Jovan, Tony, all of you guys, man. You guys are the best. Finishing up the week with you guys is a pleasure for me to be on the same panel with some of my best friends, but some of the guys I respect and admire most in the world, let alone this industry. Thank you for letting me be here. Guys out there, good luck and have a winning day.
All right, have a winning day. Thank you, Joe D'Amico, who's doing great to us here on the show with his winning picks on the show. Joe, have yourself a great time tonight and great weekend. Joe D'Amico here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with Chris Ruffolo. Reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Bitler. We hope Rod gets better. He missed the show today. He's missing this one. He's under the weather, but hopefully we get him back for the weekend. Of course, Ron Romanelli will join him this weekend as we kick off college football. Of course, don't forget YouTube membership, VIP videos, premium videos. Follow the link below and get signed up. Some great value there with Mitch's crew in the morning. And of course, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time with the drive-thru. And guys, we're always looking for your help to help us build up our audience. It's those likes, those thumbs up. Give us those thumbs up to help us build our audience, Chris.
Absolutely, Tony. We're seeing more and more new faces as the days go by on the calendar, and it's just with college football rolling around, NFL, they're all coming in at the right time. And like Tony said, it's more than we can ever tell you guys how much we appreciate it. It's a measuring stick of what we do around here because without you guys, there is no Pick Dogs. And to tell you that, I could see we have a couple new faces in the chat tonight. Happy birthday! I'm gonna regret saying this, Dixie Wrecked. To show you guys, I'm going to have a little bit of an early birthday present, and for people in here saying, I'm doing the home run props, okay, that's fine. 150 likes for tonight. I'm going to give you guys one of my college football premiums for tomorrow. Early release, but it's already marked down. So get 150 likes, we'll get you that premium play for tomorrow.
150 likes, Chris's premium play from college football, so get those thumbs up, those likes coming in. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to welcome James Clark. He's been going to do us here on the show with his home run props. James, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How y'all today, buddy?
Doing great. All right, you got another one for us. Let's get another winner here with your home run prop.
Yeah, guys, going for 3 in a row. Looking at the White Sox-Cubs game, going with Jose Abreu here. He's hitting a 500 slugging percentage. He got 50 extra base hits, but what I always go by is the sample size. You got 5 of the last 5 games. He's hit 2 home runs in his last 5 games. Last 10 games, He's hit 4 home runs in his last 10 games. But, against the Cubs, they played the Cubs 4 times. He's hit 2 home runs in the last 4 meetings with the Cubs. So I like Abreu tonight to hit us a home run going up against Thompson or any of the Cubs bullpen. Any chance he gets when he's up to the bat, it could be a home run anytime, especially against facing the Cubs. And plus, we're getting it at plus 330. It's good value. So, guys, bank on this because I'm hammered. And let's cash this ticket tonight, guys.
All right, James is going to look here at this Jose Abreu to hit a home run in the Battle of Chicago. All right, Chris, the hot weather in Chicago. We're looking at temperatures here at 85 degrees.
Yeah, this is one of those times where I don't want to sound like a copycat. So as much as I like Jose Abreu, I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna also put a little bit on Yoan Moncada and Eloy Jimenez to hit home runs tonight as well. I think the ball's gonna be flying out of the park at guaranteed rate, and it's just going to be Keegan Thompson that's on the wrong end of that. But I think no matter who you go with, I think any of the White Sox power bats tonight are some great value on the board.
Looking for some power here against Thompson and that dreaded Cubs bullpen. All right, Jose Abreu to hit a home run, plus 330. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. 15 games in Major League Baseball, 4 NFL preseason. We see you in the past 7 days, 233 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Guys, I got a 5-pack, 5 of my best plays tonight. We got a lot of games, but I got 5 MLB games. I'm waiting on the regular season to put some football out there. I'll have some college football tomorrow. But now I'm looking to build off the last 2 days. Winning days yesterday, winning day before that, look to win tonight. After I go 5-0, upgrade 3-7 or 30 days. Or like I always say, guys, team me up with any of these cappers on the show or that's on the site. We got the best cappers in the world, and we do. Grab 2 of us, guys, and we'll definitely put some money in your pockets. And, go check out the season-long NFL. Got it all the way up to the Super Bowl, college, all the way up to the national championship. Check those plays out, guys. Like I said, I've been saying the last few months, I think college football is my best capping sport. So it's about the time to put up and shut up. Next week, football or college starts this weekend, and NFL next week. So let's go grab it, guys, and I'll put some money in your pockets.
All right, guys, got aboard with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here: 233 units of profit past 7 days. That is documented right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. James has his 5-pack MLB money stack, his best 5 plays from the 15-game primetime card in Major League Baseball. It's a good time to get on board with James Clark. Of course, you can take those winnings, go long-term with James. He has that 3, 7, and 30-day All Sports Pass, as well as long-term passes here from NFL and college football, or you can buy them in one as well. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page here and find James Clark's NFL season-long pass and college football season pass now available. All right, James, as always, great having you show. Let's get in that prop, and we'll talk with you next week.
Sounds good, Tony. I appreciate y'all having me on the show, and let's cash some tickets tonight, guys.
Absolutely. Let's cash some tickets. James Clark here on the drive. We'll continue on. We get to 150 likes, a premium pick from Saturday College Football from Chris Ruffolo, who's doing fantastic work. If you check up the leaderboards on the 30-day award, he's been doing great. Let's continue on here on the drive. We're about 92 likes away from getting there. We're still early in the show, plenty of time to get there. But, guys, let's keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. And we're going to go ahead and welcome Jovan Burts to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. And let me see if we can get him wired up here right now. Here is Jovan. Before we do that, I've got a request here to wish Dixie Ruck a happy birthday. So happy birthday to Dixie Ruck. I hope that's cool to say that. So here we go. It's the first time I've seen that.
And the explicit rating just went on this edition of the drive-thru.
I have no idea what the first time I've seen him on the board, and I wondered, well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome Jovan Burts. Jovan, what's happening?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. You gotta love some people's humor out there, But I'm cooling.
Oh, great, doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 10 Eastern time. The Dodgers here to host the Rockies. The Dodgers laying 245, total of 9.
Yeah, so I'm on the Rockies in this one. Now, we all know the Dodgers exploits. The 81-47 on the year, 42-21 at home. But I think in this particular spot tonight, after having a big series against the Padres, sweeping them out in San Diego, you know, they got taxed, though their bullpen rather got taxed. Got stretched out pretty bad, especially in that Wednesday game. So I think the cover might be left bare with these guys. On the other end of the spectrum, we have Kyle Freeland on the mound, and he's been dealing. The Rockies are 4-0 in his last 4 starts. He's 4-0 in August. He's looking to make it 5-0 in August. And, it's just one of the things that he pitches well against the Dodgers. In his last 3, he has a 3.50 ERA. You always have to watch out for the Rockies' bullpen. But I think, he pitches deep in the ball game. So he goes 6 to 7 innings, and it's just one of those things where I think, the Dodgers might get caught sleeping. And I think with this value on, getting more than 2-1 on your money, I think the Rockies are worth a play.
Yeah, all right. Jovan here on the Rockies plus 225 here against the Dodgers. Of course, Dodgers coming off that emotional series against the Padres. By the way, the Dodgers have had some struggles hitting left-handed pitching over the past 10 games. And one thing to note, too, with Freeland on the mound, the under against the Dodgers, believe it or not, the under has come in 13-0-1 the past 14 starts, Chris.
Yeah, sometimes numbers like that you just can't really get past. And Kyle Freeland, for all the numbers that you see of current Dodgers that are hitting well against him, it hasn't shown up in the trends department. Like you said, 13-0-1 the last 14 starts for Freeland. You can make the case for both sides here. The Dodgers are the better team, but Tony, like you said, potential letdown, maybe. Who knows? But the value is definitely with the Rockies in this spot.
All right, Jovan here, Rockies plus 225 against the Dodgers. This one has a start time here of 10 Eastern time. This one will be on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium tonight. Well, 15 games in Major League Baseball. Those 4 preseason NFL encounters. Past 30 days, 600 units of profit. That's all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Time to take flight on these books with my Take Flight Friday 3-pack, 3 Major League Baseball plays. That surely put money in your pockets. I'm not touching the NFL preseason tonight. I'm gonna do that in the upcoming day, Saturday, Sunday, and so forth. I'm third on the leaderboard, second or third on the leaderboards in the NFL preseason with a 6-2 record. Should have been a 7-1, but it neither here nor there. 4 stringers in that Saints game, let a guy down. But anyway, you can also check me out on my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, and my yearly. Chomping at the bit tomorrow with week 0 of college football. Also match me up with the 2-for-1 cappers. It's all there. Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs Premium.
All right, guys, get on board here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here. The past 30 days, 600 units of profit. All documents showing positive results yesterday. Past 7 days, past 30 days, doing great work. He has his Take Flight Friday 3-pack going on right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. 6 straight days being plus money. Let's go for number 7 here. Get Jovan's top 3 plays from Major League Baseball tonight. You can always take those winnings and go long-term with Jovan. He has his 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass. You get every play that Jovan releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that period of time when you go to his profile page and make that purchase. Also, he has football passes, full seasons, NFL, and college football as well. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll talk to you a little bit later in the recap.
Absolutely. See you on the recap. Have a beautiful weekend. Win, and see you on Monday.
All right, Jovan Burts here on the drive to. Let's continue on with our coverage. Reminder, guys, if you miss any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here and replay if you miss any plays and get you those picks. And also, 150 likes will get Chris Ruffolo's premium pick for Saturday college football, and we're about halfway there. So keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue now with the drive-through, and it's time to welcome Brian Bitler to the show. You'll find Brian over at Pick Dogs Premium, also part of that morning show with Rod Zawacki and Mitch. And, of course, on the weekends, Ron Romanelli will sit in as well. All right, Brian, what's happening?
Can't complain. It's Friday night. I'm here with my great friends Tony T and Chris Ruffolo. I was hoping to get maybe the 500 likes for Chris to do something really special for us, but we'll have to play that by ear.
Well played by ear. All right, let's go on tonight. Looking at this Pirates and Cardinals game. Cardinals road favorites, $1.67, total 8.5.
I'll tell you what, this is absolutely crazy to me. Cardinals are never a good bet on the road, laying minus anything over minus 150, especially minus 165. We got J.A. Happ on the mound. It's true he has been better lately, but in totality this year he's 7-6 with a 5.88 ERA. His WHIP is 1.53. Look for Dylan Peters, who's no ace, to have a strong start. Give the Pirates 5 strong innings here. This team is sinking fast, just 4-6 over their last 10. Cardinals, fade the Cardinals here. Take the easy winner here, the Pittsburgh Pirates. You're getting plus 150. Love those odds. Take the Pirates on the money line.
All right, Bitler here on his Pirates, plus 154 against the Cardinals. All right, Chris, it's been struggles this season at the plate for the Cardinals. They come back to haunt them here over their past 6 games.
Yeah, of course, the one game that we talked about where the Cardinals were undefeated in Pittsburgh, and of course last night, well, the Pirates must have heard you and they got their revenge. But this is probably a game I'm probably going to watch rather than bet because, like Brian said, Jay Happ's been pitching better since actually he's been traded to the Cardinals. Never thought that's something I would say, but Dylan Peters has been no slouch in his own right, and I believe they already beat the Cardinals with him on the mound. I could be wrong about that, but definitely this is going to be a hotly contested game, and there is value with the Pittsburgh Pirates in the spot.
Yeah, a little bit too. And also, Brian, the Cardinals have beaten the Pittsburgh Pirates 17 of 20 in the past 20 in Pittsburgh.
I think you could even go back.
I threw a wacky stat at you. I threw a wacky stat at you.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams have dominated Pittsburgh. So you probably could get lots of teams around the National League that have great winning percentages against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's for sure.
All right. Well, I didn't get you the numbers when there's a full moon. That's the last. I forgot that though. But all right, we got Pirates plus 154 against the Cardinals, and this one has a start time tonight at 7 Eastern time on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, big card, 15 games in Major League Baseball, four from NFL preseason. You're showing positive results here the past 7 days. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tell you what, you guys can still get my golden ticket 3-pack. That's my 2 best bets in preseason NFL football, 4-1 in my last 5, or my top play in Major League Baseball, all included in that for just $40 at pickdogs.com. And right now I took $200 off my football season pass. That's college football and NFL, all together for $700 at pickdogs.com premium pick section.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his Golden Ticket Friday 3-pack. He's doing great work up there. He's got his best bets on the board tonight. He's got NFL as well as Major League Baseball in that 3-pack. So get on board and take those winnings. Go long-term with Brian Bitler. He's also part of that 2-for-1 capper promotion when you match him up with one of those 3, 7, and 3rd day off sports passes. And, of course, his award-winning football as well. Brian Bitler was #1 in college football documented over at Pick Dogs Premium last season. So a good time to get on board with one of his college football season passes. And of course, Brian, before I let you go, you're also part of that YouTube VIP, and you're #1 in college football. So we'll be seeing some college football picks on those VIP videos.
I'll tell you what, I would think at least 2 on a Saturday you're going to get the VIP members because with all the action, I try to control myself, but during college football, normally I'll have 5 plays on a Saturday. So I can assure you that at least 2 will be given out to the VIP members.
All right, guys. So follow the VIP link below. Get signed up. Brian Bitler, #1 in college football for last season. Good time to get hooked up with that VIP YouTube member video. Check out the morning show tomorrow. More details, 10 a.m. Eastern time, as Brian sits in with Mitch Ratzawacki and, of course, Ron Romanelli this weekend. All right, Brian, have yourself a great weekend, and we'll talk to you back on the drive-thru on Monday.
Yep, we'll see you guys on Monday, and maybe we can get some big trip together in the future at the Las Vegas where we could all meet up and party over at Joe's house, maybe around college basketball time. That would be fun.
It would be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can make that happen. All right, Brian, have a great night. Brian Bitler here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, 150 likes, you get a premium pick from College Football Card on Saturday from Chris Ruffolo. We're about 58 likes away. Keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. Let's get to 150. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. We're going to get you some preseason football here from Chris Ruffolo. Lions here to host the Colts. Colts down to 1.5. Total sits here at 33.5.
And Tony, the Lions, it's crazy to say, they're already in mid-season form. And by that, I mean they're playing absolutely terrible and look like a team that probably should not be in the NFL. But that's the problem, is that when your backup quarterbacks are David Blau and Tim Boyle, well, the results probably are going to be what they are, and you feel bad for Detroit, a team that's been through so much, and yet a team with so much history that still hasn't been to a Super Bowl. But I digress. You talk about the Indianapolis Colts. This is a team that has a lot of position battles going on still within the team, most notably, we can all say it, at the quarterback position. Carson Wentz, we still don't know if he's going to be 100% or ready to go for opening week, and that leaves the door open for either Sam Ehlinger or Jacob Eason to possibly take over the starting role, and that's still a job that's up in the air, according to Frank Reich. A job that, could be theirs for the better portion of at least a month, or maybe even the first 6 weeks of the season if Wentz is unable to go, maybe even the whole year, because we all know how much of an ace bandage Carson Wentz has been over the course of his career. But I just think it's simply the case of where we've seen these two teams over the course of the preseason so far. Indianapolis grinded out a nice 12-10 win over the Vikings last week in a game that, we had the Colts on the money line. And the Lions, like I said, have been the Detroit Lions that we've all come to know and love as those lovable losers. And I think that even in the preseason, it's going to be no different. I'm laying the points with the Indianapolis Colts, and I think you could lay this one all the way up to maybe 5.5 or 6.5. Get some nice plus money out of it, because I can see the Indianapolis Colts winning this one by at least a touchdown.
All right, Chris is here on the Colts here, -1.5 here against. I can't argue with that at all. I just a question with the line move from 2 to 1.5. What the bettors out there are seeing. Are they just looking at looking at the home team here? Detroit, from my knowledge, aren't playing any starters here, and of course the Colts. This is the team, like you said, they need a starter. Wentz is still questionable whether he can make the call here in Week 1.
And, for a team that has a defensive identity, I know Matt Patricia's not with the team anymore, but that's been the roster that's been built. And, they try to play defense first, and they're still getting run all over. They're still getting picked apart by opposing quarterbacks. And when you have two guys that are fighting for a starting job, like Jacob Eason and like Sam Ehlinger, it's probably going to bring out the best in them, or at least have one guy stand out above the other, and that's still going to be more than enough, I think, for the Colts to take down the Lions, who you also kind of feel bad for a guy like Jared Goff. Yes, he's been, probably a bit of a disappointment. We could say, yeah, sure, he got to a Super Bowl, but he's been, not what many scouts were touting him to be, and now he's got to play in Detroit with this bare bones lineup and this team that just looks like they're going nowhere fast, maybe even in the opposite direction. So the line move stumps me a little bit, but sometimes things just don't make sense. People try to be bold and it just ends up biting them in the butt. So I don't care. That means it's less wood for us to chop. I like the Colts still.
All right, Colts -1.5 against the Lions. News just came across. Tomorrow there is a cancellation. Cardinals Saints canceled because of the hurricane warnings there in New Orleans. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs from tonight. Chris, tonight we have 15 games in Major League Baseball, 4 in the preseason, past 30 days, 1,268 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium, so you can check those numbers yourself when you go to Chris's profile page. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, you see the time frame at the top. You'll see my name plastered across those leaderboards. Swept the board yesterday, having a nice 7 days, and you can see down there 30 days. You've been on with me long term. You're sitting pretty right now. But tonight we have a combo pack. My favorite 2 preseason NFL bets, as well as my favorite MLB bet on the board. Preview for tomorrow. I'm probably gonna have a 5-pack, but it's gonna be across the board. Looks like it's gonna be 2 college football games, potentially 2 MLB, and my favorite NFL pregame on the board. Or, long term. I just said it. That's been some of the best value for people who have hopped on, and it's still there for you to check out, as well as a 2-for-1 capper deal. As season passes, we had Joe talk about his package being lowered. I'm right there with him. My MLB package lowered down to $200 for the rest of the year. Or if the gridiron's your game, if you like NFL and college football, well, if you get the NFL package for an extra $50 more, you can have the college football for the rest of the regular season as well. Got a special price on that combo pack only until midnight tonight. So definitely check that out. And guys, check out Pick Dogs as a whole, because you got some of the hardest working handicappers that are going to make you money, myself included, so I can promise you won't regret it.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers there. 1,268 units of profit past 30 days, all documented right now at the site. He has a free-for-all Friday 2+1 combo pack, his 2 best preseason picks for tonight, and his MLB best bet of the day right now in that 3-pack. So get on board with that. That's the first package right on his pick packages page on the profile there. Of course, if you go long-term, Chris is part of that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. Every play that Chris releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that time period you select when you go to the profile page and you make that purchase. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru, joined by Chris. Now, if we get to 150 likes, you see the performance, Chris. He's doing fantastic work. He'll get his premium pick for Saturday college football. So let's get to 150 likes, and during the recap section, we will get to that premium play from Chris. But we got to get to 150 likes, so keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Now it's time to welcome Goran Kucar. We got European soccer, and Goran's our guy every Friday. Let's bring him on tonight. Goran, what's going on?
Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris. How are you guys doing?
It's doing great, doing great. All right, here we go. EPL for Saturday, Liverpool and Chelsea. This one's at a pick-em here, two-way line, minus 125 Liverpool, plus 105 Chelsea on the other side, total 2.5.
Yeah, this is the biggest game of the weekend, Tony, and not just in the EPL, all around Europe as well. And I think it's going to be a great game. You know, both teams have started the season with 2 wins. Neither team has yet conceded a goal. They have been scoring a lot. They have been creating a lot of chances. And just overall, they have been probably 2 of the best teams in the EPL so far. Neither team has any injuries that would impact their game. Chelsea has signed Lukaku last week, and he already scored a goal against Arsenal just a few days after he arrived to Chelsea. And he's going to be a fantastic addition to that team just because that type of player is something they were missing last season, and even without that, they have won the Champions League. This season, I think they are going to be in the title run in the EPL alongside Liverpool and Manchester City and Manchester United, and I think it's going to be a tight race all the way to the end. As far as this game goes, defensively, like I mentioned, both teams have been great, but I don't think there's defense good enough in the world to stop the offense from either of those 2 teams, and for that reason, I'm going to take both teams to score a lower 2.5 in this one.
All right, Goran says offense too good here. Liverpool, Chelsea, over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score. The return, plus 125, Chris.
Yeah, this was one of the games that Goran and I covered with the soccer videos over at Pick Dogs. And, you know, I don't want to, give it away because I want everybody to check that out. But I'm going to stick with Chelsea on the money line because, Goran and I joked about, as an Everton fan, I'd love to see Liverpool lose every game. But realistically, it's probably not going to happen. But Chelsea does have momentum that just kicked the tar out of Arsenal. And, I think that this Chelsea team is just going to be really, really good. And I think that they have the momentum after that win over the Gunners. And you look at Liverpool, they hadn't really played the toughest of opposition in their first 2 games. So I think there is value. I think you're getting almost plus 200 with Chelsea on the money line here. So that's where I'm at in this one.
All right, Chris likes Chelsea money line. Goran says Liverpool, Chelsea over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score. Both going to come in. Your return plus 125. All right, Goran, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs from tonight. Well, big soccer weekend. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot of games, a lot of great and big games all over Europe tomorrow, and I will have a 5-pack ready tomorrow for you guys. It's going to be all winners, I'm sure of it. There is a 3-day pack, 7-day pack as well, and a season pack with the price reduced still for the end of the month. As far as the Sport Chat plays goes, there's a lot of free picks and articles there. And as Chris mentioned, we made a lot of videos for some of the biggest games from the European Top League as well.
That's right, guys. Check out Goran Kucar over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got he'll have big of his place up for Saturday. Of course, he's part of that 3 and 7 day all sports pass, all the soccer action here for that time period. He also has a soccer season monster pack at a really good price, $210 for pretty much 9 months worth of picks, covering the EPL, the European League, some minor leagues, Champions, Europa, Conference League. Of course, you got your international leagues as well. So good time to get on board with Goran's Soccer Season Monster Pack, now available at a really good price at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Goran, as always, great having your show. I know you mentioned it. You're part of that video series with Chris with the biggest soccer games each and every. Are we doing this daily or every weekend? I think we lost.
We've been doing them every. Oh yeah, sorry. We've been doing it. We've been doing these every weekend for the top 5 leagues in Europe. France, Spain, Italy, England, and Germany. And like I mentioned it last week, we want this to be fully interactive. Oh, did we get him back?
Hey, briefly, I don't know. You back there, Goran?
Briefly, okay.
All right, he's there. He's there.
I am here.
There we go. We see him.
I don't know what's happening.
Anyway, like I said, we're all about interacting with you guys on Pick Dog. So if you follow any of the big leagues and you want to see us do games on a certain game or videos on a certain game on a weekend, leave it in the comments because we take a look at them and we will definitely do that. Goran and I love doing these videos, and we definitely pay attention to the league. So if you want to make some money and you're keyed in on a certain game, let us know in the comments.
All right, comments over Pick Dogs, the soccer series videos here with Chris and Goran. All right, Goran, have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you next week.
You too, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, Goran Kucar here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with the show. Reminder, it's time for my pick. Before we get to my pick, we'll do a complete recap if you missed any of your plays, so stay tuned for that. And also, we get to 150 likes. Chris Ruffolo will give you his premium pick for Saturday college football, and we're only 4 likes away, so it looks like that's going to happen. So you can stop sweating, Chris. I think you're home free here, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and bring on my game tonight. We're going here with this game at 7 Eastern time. Phillies to host the D-backs. Phillies laying a bundle here, 250. Total sits here at 8.5. And I'm going to take this pesky dog here, this NL West dog, and that is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks at plus 224. Taylor Widener gets the start. Past 3 starts, 4 earned runs allowed in 15 innings. He did face the Phillies 10 days ago. 1 earned run allowed, 2 hits in 5 innings in victory. Aaron Nola, he'll counter for the Phillies. Nola over his past 4 starts, 11 runs allowed in 22 innings. Remember, the D-backs have now won 6 of 10. Phillies now have lost 8 of 10 as their comeback fell short last night as they were pounded down as much as 8-2 to the Diamondbacks. But look at the past 10 games. D-backs struggling against right-handed pitching, hitting about $1.89. Chris, I can't resist the price here with the Diamondbacks plus 224. That NL West versus NL East angle, but also too the Phillies just really down right now.
Yeah, I can say this. I have no love for Nola, and he's been he hasn't been the ace quality Nola that we've seen that's deserving of a minus 250 price tag. There are very few pitchers that are, let's be honest, but Nola has not been one of them. And I like the value. I'm not a Taylor Widener fan by any means, but sometimes you got to go where it is. And Tony, you know as well as I do, you called me out on it last week. I got my ass burned by the Phillies against the Tampa Bay Rays. And the Phillies are just not playing like a team that wants to make the playoffs right now. They leapfrogged the Mets, but now look, they're falling back, and now the Braves are taking advantage of that. So I think I'm with you here on the value with the D-backs. Plus 224 is too good to pass on.
All right, D-backs plus 224 against the Phillies, and this one has a start time 7 Eastern time over on MLB Extra News Channel. All right, guys, over at Pick Dogs Premium, I have my 2 top plays, my best play from Major League Baseball, and I also have my best play from the preseason. I would have had a 3-pack, but we couldn't get that total in that. I like that under 9 in that Dodger game, but it just didn't. It came out too late to make it a premium. But I was keeping my eye open because I like the Freeland in that under when he's against the Dodger. That angle, I was sitting on it, but just never got up. I guess the Dodger, we knew it was a bullpen game somehow, some way. The starting pitcher never got listed. But anyway, that would have been my 3rd had we gone that route. All right, guys. Remember, I have my 2 plays up there at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. My best plays. Also, I'm part of the 2-for-1 capper promotion with my 3, 7, and 3rd day all sports pass. So check me out over there at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's go ahead and do the recap. And during the recap, we'll get you the Chris's premium play from college football for Saturday. But first, let's do the recap. Jovan Burts will join us here in this segment. We start with Ninos. Brewers minus 134 against the Twins. Joe D'Amico, Chiefs minus 4.5 against the Vikings. James Clark, home run prop. Jose Abreu to hit a home run plus 330. Jovan Burts, Rockies plus 225 against the Dodgers. Brian Bitler was on the Pirates plus 154 against the Cardinals. Chris says Colts minus 1.5 against the Lions. Goran, take Liverpool and Chelsea over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Both got to come in. Your return plus 125. And my play here, D-backs plus 224 against the Phillies. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, we're going to keep it all NFL tonight. I got to go with Joe D'Amico and those Chiefs minus the 4.5 against the Vikings. I think that's a game the KC Chiefs win by at least a touchdown.
All right, looks at the Chiefs on that side. All right, Jovan, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Let's go with Chris's Colts pick on 1.5. Detroit's just a dumpster fire even in preseason. And Ellica in the Eastern battle, it's sharp, iron sharp as iron. So one of those things.
All right, I'm going to agree here with Chris here with the Colts minus 1.5 against the Lions. Again, not a big fan of this Detroit team. All right, we're going to get you Chris's. I didn't forget it. We got Chris. We got over 150 likes. So Chris, we've got your premium pick for Saturday. Give it to us.
I didn't have to hold up the Wile E. Coyote reminder sign. It's a little bit cold here, but I think that's just me cooling down on Scott Frost. Nebraska, definitely a team that, has a lot of pride, a lot of tradition within that program. But Scott Frost just hasn't transitioned that success that he had over at UCF to the Cornhuskers. And I think that's what we're going to see with the Nebraska Cornhuskers, who drew, let's be honest, a pretty tough conference matchup to start their season against Illinois. Now, Illinois hasn't been an imposing team by any means over the last couple of years. But move out Lovie Smith, you bring in Brett Bielema, who's Big Ten through and through. He's a guy that formerly coached Wisconsin, and now he's in Champaign. And, the thing is that Bielema likes to run the football, and that's where I think we're going to see Brandon Peters really let it loose and let it rip. And, against the Nebraska defense, that wasn't all that imposing last year, especially in the linebacking group and up front. This could be a spot where Peters really starts to get going. He had a pretty decent year in his only year where he had a full season, threw for almost 2,000 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 8 picks. And, I think that also, Bielema's also going to worry about stopping the run from a Nebraska standpoint. And when you put pressure on Adrian Martinez, he tends to turn the ball over. He has 32 career fumbles. Now, you look at it, we're getting a free touchdown with Illinois at home, and they like to run the football. They're going to chew up a lot of clock. That's going to keep the ball out of Nebraska's hands and make it hard for them to cover a touchdown on the road. I think this is going to be a raucous environment from the opening kick. And an outright win is not out of the question, but I'm going to take the free touchdown to be safe. My premium for early tomorrow college football is going to be Illinois Fighting Illini plus a touchdown.
All right, +7 here with Illinois. I like that one as well. All right, that'll do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru. Guys, be sure to tune in Monday. We'll do it all over again. Have 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, it all gets started with the morning show. Of course, this weekend, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got Brian Bitler, you got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, and of course, Ron Romanelli sits in on the weekend. So good time to tune in as we kick off college football. And don't forget the great value right now at that YouTube membership VIP. Follow the link below and get signed up. Let's bring in the crew from tonight. Wave you guys good night. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you guys